Welcome back to the show, guys. We are here for the Monday Night Football episode at the Bettors Edge. Let's just recap real quick, guys, how things went this weekend. We had a huge weekend once again in the sport of football, in college football and in NFL. We go 3-2, but to be honest with you guys, it should have been a 5-0 sweep. UNT, University of North Texas, they let us down in a major way, up 20-plus points in the fourth quarter and failed to cover. Last-second touchdown by San Diego State is a backdoor cover for San Diego State, and we ended up losing that game. Last night in the NFL, in my opinion only, Ben Johnson absolutely mismanages the clock late in that game and costs the Bears a few extra plays down deep in San Francisco territory, which ultimately, in my opinion, cost the Bears the game. You cannot call a timeout with the clock stopped late in the fourth quarter when the clock is against you. You burn a timeout, you end up getting the ball inside the 5-yard line, and because of the timeout that was wasted, you only have 4 seconds left for one play, and you lose, in my opinion, 2 or 3 opportunities to score the game-winning touchdown. We talked about it on the show a few days ago, guys, and I should have told you guys to take the over. I told you guys it was going to be a shootout. We know these two teams are offensive-oriented. Both head coaches, Mike Shanahan and Ben Johnson, we know we're going to turn up, we're going to have their offenses ready, and we're going to put on a showcase for the nation on Sunday Night Football yesterday. The game ends up going against us. We have a 3-2 weekend. It's still a profitable weekend in the NFL and in college football combined, like it has been for almost each and every single weekend in both sports this entire season. A few other things I want to touch on before we get into Monday Night Football tonight. Guys, Tyler Shuck, the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. What a rookie season this kid is having. What Kellen Moore is doing with this kid is nothing short of incredible. There are some late shouts right now for Offensive Rookie of the Year for this kid, and they are absolutely warranted. I don't know exactly what his numbers were yesterday. I know it's the Tennessee Titans, but you got to take into consideration this guy only has a handful of starts under his belt. At one point in the game, this kid was like 21 for 24 for like 330 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns. This kid has loads of tools. Absolute steal to get this guy in the second round. Shout out to Kellen Moore for developing this kid quickly, and shout out to Tyler Shuck for his performances so far this season. Number 2, what a game we had in Buffalo late afternoon yesterday. I told you guys on this show the Eagles were going to win this game outright. And even if the Eagles lost this game, plus 1.5 was going to cash either way. But for the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, to lose that game was a little bit disheartening. You have the Eagles on their heels the entire second half. Jalen Hurts not able to complete a single pass. The Eagles offense only producing 17 yards of offense the entire second half to make the decision to go for 2 after you missed the extra point on the previous touchdown. And I make that comment to say you kind of have to know that when you miss that extra point, if you're going for 2, and I know one doesn't really have to do with the other, but it's just instinctual, you kind of have to know that you're probably not going to get the 2-point conversion and that it's going to force you to look at the mixed extra point as to why you lost the game. When you factor in everything else that I just mentioned as far as how the defense is playing, how you're shutting down the Eagles offense, I would have preferred to see the Buffalo Bills kick the extra point, take it to overtime. Of course, there's no guarantee you win the game, but I would like to have seen the Bills stretch the game out a little bit longer and give themselves a better opportunity to win that game, especially when you're going up. And I know Shakir was wide open against an elite Eagles defense. In addition to that, what an absolute melt we had by the Pittsburgh Steelers early afternoon yesterday. When I recorded my video, and I'm not saying this lightly, this line would have been at 4.5 like it was early before kickoff yesterday, the Browns absolutely would have been a play for this week in Week 17, but it was not. Let's move on to tonight, guys. Monday Night Football. To conclude Week 17 in the NFL, we have the Los Angeles Rams -7 on the road at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to keep this breakdown relatively quick, short, and concise. We have an elite football team here in the Los Angeles Rams. This is one of the best teams in the entire NFL, if not the best team in the entire NFL, going up against the Atlanta Falcons, who are getting a little bit more healthy, especially on the offensive side of the ball. With Drake London now playing, of course, he returned last week. I expect him to play today. With Kyle Pitts, what appears to be turning the corner, and with Bijan Robinson continuing to produce at an elite level as far as yards from scrimmage is concerned. He's probably the best running back in the entire NFL. But with that said, guys, and I know the Atlanta Falcons this season have either won 3 or 4 or 2 or 3, whatever the stats are, in primetime football, it's still Kirk Cousins. And you have to know who you are either backing or who you're fading in these spots when it comes to the National Football League. And what I mean by that is you can be assured that Kirk Cousins is going to have at least one bonehead play in him tonight. And it's probably going to be more than one. Whether it's a fumble, whether it's interception, whatever the case is, he's going to turn the ball over. The way these two teams match up stylistically, the Atlanta Falcons are decent against the pass, but they are rather poor against the run. And if the Los Angeles Rams can get going on the ground, it's going to open up that play-action game. It's going to open up the ball downfield for Puka, and I fully expect this Los Angeles Rams team to win this game by more than a touchdown. This line, in my opinion, guys, should be closer to 10, probably 9, 9.5. This line is slowly creeping down, and now it's at 7, as I mentioned. I know the opportunity for the Los Angeles Rams to win the NFC West is officially over. They can no longer win their division. That means the chances for the 1 seed are also eliminated. The winner of next week's showdown between Seattle and San Francisco will officially win the NFC West. With that said, tonight's game is still important for the LA Rams, and it's very important because the opportunity to get the 5 seed, which is a crucial seeding in the NFC, is still at play. I could be mistaken, but I believe if the Los Angeles Rams win both of the remaining games left this season, they will be the 5 seed, regardless of who ends up winning the NFC West next week. Why is that important? Because when you're the 6 seed, you're either going on the road to Chicago or Philadelphia. 2 and 3 seed in the NFC is still up for grabs. But if you're the 5 seed, you're going on the road to either Carolina or Tampa Bay. What that means is the Los Angeles Rams are going to show up tonight. They're going to win. They're going to play their starters for the entirety of this game. They have no intentions and no reason to take the foot off the gas. They're going to win this game going away tonight. We're going to see a performance from the LA Rams tonight that shows us why they are one of, if not the best teams, not only in the NFC, but a contender to win it all in February. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are continuing a full season long heater in the sport of football, whether it's college or NFL, and I'll be back in a day or two for huge plays in college football, in the college football playoff that we have this weekend. This week we have 4 college football playoff games going, and I'll have a pick in each and every single one of those, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys here soon.